11 points for him in that last game against the Lakers.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead, Greg.
To the inside, Irving. There's the basket and making a double-digit lead. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
At some point, guys, it comes down to pride. Start banging on your chest.
They can't guard us on the perimeter.
Spread the floor. You got to at least offer some resistance. You can't just let guys do what they want in there.
For the Clippers, Cole Aldridge. He's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Johnson comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Rivers in for Paul. The switch here also for Cleveland. Jefferson's checked in.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Cleveland. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And, of course, Toronto sitting directly below him, just one spot down.
And I think for the Cavaliers, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
And they're not a team that other teams look forward to facing. They're only going to get scarier the deeper into the season we get.
Greg, as you said about the Clippers, the days of finishing near the bottom every year are over. Clark, a lot of that is Doc Rivers.
Exactly. Since 2012, Kevin, they have had the third best record in the NBA. A lot of loyal fans stuck it out with the team during the dark days, and now they're reaping the fruit.
Green with the block.
What a start they've gotten off to on the glass. I mean, they've come out banging.
And when a game starts off like this, Clark, there's an intimidation factor, a physicality that they've brought that comes into play.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Jefferson kicks to Shumpy. The pass to Love. This one for three. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
And he misses all 3. Oh, we've... And a chance to hear from DeAndre Jordan, who talks about the inspiration he drew from...
Doc told me.
A strong case can be made that Jordan played like the Defensive Player of the Year, Clark, this past season. And the fact that he didn't win it, looks like it'll keep him motivated.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I love the passion he plays with defensively. It seems like a burning fire in him, and Doc has stoked that fire with desire and inspiration. You've got to love how the passion to play defense burns in DeAndre.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Fellas, the rebounding has been very strong. Excellent so far. Putbacks are very valuable, and they're getting some.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Redick and Crawford, the sharpshooters outside. Pierce out there with Jordan. And it's Prigioni in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And the Clippers making a switch here. Paul's checked in. The Cavaliers leading by 9.
And, you know, Jay.
Oh!
How about? That, Kevin.
What range on that shot!
Unbelievable.
That's amazing. Out of bounds, Cleveland will take possession. This is the 2K leaderboard with a rundown of the NBA's top defenders down low. The league's leaders in rejections this month. DeAndre Jordan is second.
Boy. That is an impressive number. My goodness, can he keep that up? If he can, boy, he'll continue to have a humongous impact on his team.
The feed now to James from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And really, this.
Look at that shot. How did that go in?
How about that?
Oh! Usually you talk about how tough a player is, and you're always talking about big guys. But Chris Paul is as tough as they come playing that little point guard position.
Yeah, he's a power pack when you look at him. I mean, he's played through a lot of injuries and still has a big-time impact on the game. Most recently in the playoffs, he played through injury to beat the Spurs.
Looking now at some numbers for DeAndre Jordan. He's been on a tear since the All-Star break, going really to another level. He's around 14 points per game, 14 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And he knows how to use that big body to control the paint.
Yes, he's a Brahma bull inside, let me tell you that. I mean, when he starts bucking, just get out of the way.
And the Clippers making a change here. Green's checked in. The Cavaliers leading by 9.
And last year, you could see Paul was hobbled in their loss to the Rockets in the second round. Still, most players wouldn't even have made it back out on the floor, much less been as effective as he was during the postseason.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
And checking out some numbers here for J.J. Redick, breaking down his play since the All-Star break. 6th in three-point field goal percentage. And how about his top 10 ranking in free throw percentage? A knockdown shooter, ultra reliable from the line.
And, you know, back to his efficiency from three. You know, defenses are now trying to deny him the basketball, but really not having any success.
Paul with the ball. What a tremendous game he played against New York. Pierce against LeBron. And it's going to be a 3-second call. The Cavaliers leading. Irving. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Warriors. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, the Los Angeles Clippers, 3 spots below.
And right now for the Clippers, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed. And that will keep them focused here during the season's final stage.
Oh, look out, and then you throw up stuff like that. And you go, oh, my, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini.
Oh, my goodness.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. The Cavaliers leading by 12. No good from Irving.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
James, no good.
I'm not even going to comment on that one.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer beater, I guess I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat.
Kevin Love's checked in for the Cavaliers, but they recover it.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball. I thought they did a pretty good job of shooting in the first quarter, but they're down below 30% for the game after some struggles here in this quarter.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Thompson's checked in.
Excellent job to track down the long board.
Green dishes to Jordan. Lets it go. Los Angeles with another miss.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
Wesley Johnson's checked in for Paul Pierce. Cleveland also making some changes. Jefferson comes in for James. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Here we get a moment now to view the league's stingiest defenses. The Cavaliers fourth.
One of the benefits of keeping the other team's point totals low is that it takes some pressure off of your offense. When you can hold the team below their normal output offensively, that's superb defense and gives you a better chance to win.
And Doc Rivers passed the 700 win mark as a coach last season. He's climbing the ladder in career wins.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know that Doc oftentimes gets enough credit for the type of coach he is. I mean, as a coach, he is well over 500 in terms of his career win percentage. And how about over 500 in playoff games as well?
The Hail Mary from beyond half court is off target.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Cavaliers ball.
Pablo Prigioni, he's checked in for the Clippers. Cleveland leading by 12. Dellavedova. From deep three-point range, Green with the rebound.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Here's Rivers. They kick it out to Green. They need this one. Rivers can't get it to go.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
Offensive rebound. Feeds it to Dellavedova.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Aldridge, no good. Well, Cleveland shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. And it's Love missing.
Another shot from outside. They're not attacking. I mean, going in and seeking contact like they did in the first one, I'm not seeing that.
Yeah, you can't play the score clock. You have to play your game. They need to mix it up a little bit here.
It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Aldridge has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. And the Clippers making a change here. Crawford's checked in. 44 seconds left to play here in the half. Dellavedova. It's offline from half court. Clippers trail by 12. And here's Thompson. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
Crawford against Thompson. Crawford's shot is good.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Dellavedova. The half-court bomb falls off target. The shot will not go. And that does it for the first.
Doc, looking at the offense right now.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's Cleveland out on